Hey, Bhulakshmi, so see, there is a big shift, right? There's a sudden forced shift from offline to online for all instructors, teachers, trainers, faculty, professors, and we have been doing this for a while, well before lockdown, for many years, right? So we are comfortable. It's not like a big jump for us, and but for many of our fellow instructors, it is a big jump. And the main issue I'm seeing around is, okay, I can sit for 6 hours whole day because in my college or in my company, uh, but I cannot do that for 6 hours online, sitting at home staring at my camera, right? Same with instructors. You cannot just deliver lectures,
Yes.
whole day lectures, and that is where the big
Yes.
mind shift should happen, right? Online learning cannot be just the apple to apple exchange of offline to online. And this is where there are two parts, right? Synchronous and asynchronous learning, and how we blend both of them. So could you talk more on that, how you have been doing this?
Yeah, so it's a good point because we all know that e-learning is like a more concentrated form of learning, right? That's why we say what is taught in a classroom for 6, 7 hours, e-learning takes, maybe a couple of hours to complete the whole thing, right?
Yes.
It's a much more concentrated form. So therefore, we need to design and deliver it very differently.
Yes.
You spoke about synchronous and asynchronous, and I think leveraging both of this is very, and knowing how to do this. How do you design
Mm-hmm.
for a session using these different modes of
Mm-hmm.
delivery. Um, so personally, I found it very useful to do my delivery of the topic that I need to teach in
Mm-hmm.
a asynchronous form. That means through reading material, through videos, through maybe sending them a quick survey, etc. And then using the synchronous time, which is the kind of time that you and me are now on, right? We are all live, to do more discussions, reflections, analysis, exploring deeper into different points. So
Mm-hmm.
higher order learning,
Mm-hmm.
as we just spoke about. And then again follow it up with some assignments, some kind of
Mm.
a case study, some discussion forums, where because there's a lot of scope for pure learning as well, that you can leverage both synchronously and asynchronously. So I think to just broadly summarize this, I think for a trainer it is important to understand that the shift from offline to online is that a much higher degree of preparedness, both with
Okay.
the content
Mm-hmm.
and the design, is required. So you lose the luxury of a classroom and online offline session where
Yes.
you're getting a lot of feedback and you can adapt. In an online session, that reduces. So therefore, preparing good, well researched content with very good examples and delivery for asynchronous learning, and having all your triggers and thinking through how do you want to facilitate and moderate an online synchronous session, both are equally important.
And it's going to be here, right? I mean, online trainings are here to stay. It's not only during the lockdown or the pandemic. So
Mm-hmm.
this digital literacy, it's a must now for all of us, right?
Yes.
How do we do this? And the technology platforms are already there. Actually, it's going on for a while now. So of course, it's a limitation that you have to adapt according to the platform you're using, but those features are already there. So as you're
Mm-hmm.
saying, for asynchronous learning, you have huge YouTube library already there on most of the topics we generally teach, or it
Mm-hmm.
is very easy now for self-recording as well. And we don't have
Correct.
to have lights, cameras. Actually, all simple mobile phone is actually
Yes.
much better than a good camera. And simple lights are, I mean, and we have done that, right? I mean, ourselves, we have recorded many
Mm-hmm.
videos of us as well as trainers. So it
Mm-hmm.
is possible. And all these platforms give enough this features, let's say Q&A, chat box,
Yes.
breakout rooms, uh,
Yes.
even assignments. You can pass it on to the learner before, after. All this is already there, right? So it's all about, using this and changing your style as well as the design of the content accordingly. So,
And also, I think, people worry about engagement in a classroom,
mhm,
in the online sessions. There are ways to engage people, like,
mm,
if you're doing a video, you can insert questions in between, quickly to check whether they've been listening. They can only answer those questions if they've been listening to the
yes,
video. So that is a method to keep them attentive and to check on them and engage them. And in an, a synchronous session, there are so many more ways. You can do a quick poll. People love
yes.
polls. You can do, a quick question answer, or you can encourage other participants to respond to a question that has been thrown in, which encourages peer learning. So I think, it's really left to the creativity of the trainer to leverage, the online platform with all the features that you just mentioned.
I think you rightly said the word creativity. I think all of us love that. We should not take it as an obstacle or a problem now. Oh, suddenly I have to teach online. I think all of us should just embrace this opportunity, think
Hmm.
creative, think innovative. And I think this big shift, but it's going to stay forever now. So why not embrace it? And there's a very
Yes.
exciting opportunity actually.
And it's one of the gifts of this pandemic, actually,
Yes, very few,
to
but
make this
one
shift.
of the gifts.
Yes.
Yes, yes,
Yes.
yes. Bhulaxmi, thanks for this casual conversation. So, thank you.
Yes. Thank you, Harshad.